About to get right into it, guys. So, did the manosphere have any effect on the election results? Did men show up and show out for Donald Trump? The numbers say they did, right? But how did women fare with, voting for Kamala Harris? Was it any different? We're gonna get right into it right now, man.
Black people than anybody in the
We're gonna
world.
get right into it, man.
You not, man. You not, man. You gonna let a woman rule, man? A woman really shouldn't have no input in nothing but where you put your dick. That's all input. Where to put it, baby? In your mouth, in your ass, but you should have no input on what's the country commanding. You ain't got no input but where a nigga need to put it.
Damn.
You think other world leaders would have lost respect for America if she would have become president?
Yeah, we would have been attacked. We would have been undermined all the way by other world leaders. Nobody respects a woman trying to run nothing. That's why don't nobody respect. That's why Great Britain lost their respect. But one thing about that woman over there in Great Britain, she didn't speak. She was just seen. She was never heard. But she also had a king. These women around her, they ain't got no king or no prince. They got thugs, gangsters, and gays. I keep telling y'all that. They can't even pick the right baby. Man. I think we supposed to pick the right president based off them. They can't even pick the right have a baby by. Most of them can't even keep a man. But got so much input in a political election. Shut up. Get lay on your back. Get in the kitchen and clean up. The bad man, I got mad at them just even think about a woman running this great country that the white man fought so hard to have control over. This is the white man's country, Sean. They'll put Jose in there before they let Shirley get up there. Because after a woman become a gay man. And when we have a gay president, it's over with. How racist men, black people.
Man. Yeah, and it came down, we got another video here of Candace Owens and Mark Lamont Hill discussing this. Let's keep it all the way real, man. There was a lot of people, especially men, who didn't vote for Kamala Harris simply because she's a woman, and that's just the reality of it. Is there's just going to be biases between different genders. So gender was a huge influence, and we got a graph actually. Let's play this clip real quick. I'm going to show you guys what would have happened if only women voted that day.
While I don't think identity politics should govern our decision-making process, I also don't want us to be naive either as a nation. I don't want us to assume that nobody rejected Kamala Harris because of her womanness, or nobody rejected Kamala Harris because of her blackness. And the reason why I say that is because when we look at the campaign trail, when we look at the surrogates for Trump and other people, or people who just don't like either of them but are still calling Kamala Harris a whore or a slut or the N-word. I mean, these are things that absolutely suggest that misogyny and misogynoir play into it.
Candace, you want to respond?
Yeah, if I may respond. First and foremost, Trump has never tried to say, I am a blue-collar worker. So that's just completely wrong. He actually leans into the fact that he is... Well, you correlated him to LeBron James, and you said, well, he does the exact same thing that LeBron James is doing. No, LeBron James pretends that he is living a struggle. Trump does not. Trump says, I'm rich, I run a company, and I can help you get rich. He literally makes jokes about the fact that he's rich when he's at these events, and he's tossing jokes about, I'm a billionaire, I've done this. Like, he is the New York City stereotype billionaire who basically says, I've run businesses, and I'm going to run this country like a business, and I'm going to lift you up, and I understand how trade works because I've been running a business. So I just fully reject that he's somehow cosplaying a blue-collar worker. Blue-collar workers are responding to him because he speaks in a way that they believe that he's going to uplift them. That's great. I'm happy we agree on that point, but you did try to correlate him to LeBron James 5 seconds ago, and that's just not the truth. But to respond to your point, because this has really bothered me, people pretending that those who have
Candace is cold, man.
That Kamala Harris did sleep with Willie Brown and was not warranted to the position that she has, district attorney, pretending that this came up because she's running for president or because there's some element of misogyny that is patently false. It was actually leftist newspapers at the time that she was running in Los Angeles. I pulled up these old articles in the San Francisco Chronicle who were scandalized. They felt that it was a scandal that she was being given so much power, that she was being put on boards that she did not deserve to be put on, and that she was being given those positions and making all that money not based on her merit, but because she was having an affair with Willie Brown. Again, these were the leftist San Francisco articles that were covering it at this time. You can go back, way back machine it, and read those articles yourself. So people point to the fact that she was essentially coronated because of who she was sleeping with in the past, and then now is essentially just being handed another position, not because people voted for her. I think it's relevant to the discussion of whether or not she is qualified for that position. That's fine. And the last thing I'll say is that I found it to be really alarming and borderline satanic in the manner that they ran to women and said, well, this is the election that hinges upon abortion. And I am not saying this even as a critique of people that are pro-choice. I actually think they moved away from pro-choice. They went like pro-death. It was very bizarre. It wasn't like, you know, the typical we are pro-choice and you are pro-life. They essentially were coming to women, and their only basis for saying to vote for her is, well, the only thing women could possibly care about is whether or not we have the authority to, murder our offspring. I don't think that actually resonated even on the left. They're not that radical on the topic of abortion to make your entire platform hinge upon it. And I think that's the reason why so many people.
Yeah, man. You know, there's always been these rumors that Kamala Harris, well, honestly, they're not even rumors because they've been confirmed that she was sleeping around Washington, D.C. to get to where she's at. And obviously there's footage of her, you know, we've seen her with Montel Williams and Willie Brown, all these people. So she's been around, guys. But look, check this out. This is a graph here that shows what would have happened if only women showed up to vote that day. It would have been a full-blown, this would have been worse than how Trump just beat Kamala. Look at this, man. 413 electoral votes. She would have even took Florida, all the Midwest states, all the swing states, Florida. This is just women voting, right? This is an accurate. So you had couples to where, you know, one guy was, you know, the husband was voting for Trump and the wife was voting for Kamala Harris, you know, and that's just what it is. And this is, this is scary. So, anyways, yeah, for everybody saying that, you know, gender didn't have anything to do with the results of the election is completely lying. It was a huge factor.